Hello everybody, PC Dictator here, back with our third episode of Banished, and we're in the winter now, and things are looking pretty good for this winter. We're gonna move through it pretty quickly. But but we have to kind of expand out this way, probably build some more homes. Or maybe not yet, but when we start getting more people, or when these people start expanding their families and we get more adults, then we can probably build maybe a tavern over here, I was thinking, and maybe another orchard over here. Not sure what I'm gonna do over here yet. But we are certainly going to expand out everything and keep everything on like a grid. I'm not so sure how these trees are going to get cut down, because I don't think we can cut them down, because I've tried. I don't know. See, they just won't get removed, I guess. I'm going to have to report that, because I think that might be actual. I think this might be a bug. When you remove an orchard, it won't cut them down. It'll only cut down the ones that are on an orchard plot. So maybe if I did this, actually went out with it. I'm gonna go with this assumption. If I do this, come here, and I come all the way down here, and go down, and do that. I have to remove 14 trees. So we can get rid of them, which is nice. And we can make room for more houses. So we can do that pretty easily. And I don't know why there's not any workers being assigned to it. Are they working on something else? They're not working on anything else, so I don't know why they're having problems. Alright, I'll just leave those there. I'll just leave them there then. I guess we'll just leave them there. Alright, we're building a trading post so we can actually try and get some cows and some meat in the pasture. So we're gonna do that. And maybe a hunting lodge or something. And we'll set that up out in the wilderness, maybe instead of the pasture, so we can get extra food for the winter and just hoard everything. So that'll work too. Maybe even set up a smaller little town up here. I don't know. There's a lot we can plan out. If you guys have any suggestions on what I should do, feel free to put it in the comments and stuff like that. So, we can get things running a little smoother, or what you think I'm doing wrong, or anything like that. I don't have a problem with you guys doing that. Because I have to admit, I've done a lot of things wrong. Like, I haven't built a graveyard. Well, we do have a graveyard. A cemetery, but, we have problems with, like, people dying and stuff like that, and, happiness, and things like that. Like, a lot of few people are like really unhappy. Like, there's a few people around somewhere that are like really unhappy, and they don't work as well in their jobs. So I was thinking, if we set up a tavern, then we'd be able to boost that a bit. And we've gotten a lot more people. And we did I don't know if we did that last episode, but we tore down the schoolhouse. So we might need to build a new one at some point, At some point we'll build a new one. Okay. I'm guessing these two are having some relations. I don't know. The two lovebirds, Whiterun and Vinar. Alright, so the herbalist and the blacksmith, they've had 2 kids. Not bad, but I just trying to figure out why they live in separate houses, which is interesting. Interesting that they live in 2 houses. And the fact that maybe it's like one of those pen pal type relationships, because the blacksmith's here and the herbalist's all the way over here, so maybe they like secretly write to each other and they like give it to these deer, and the deer just secretly waltz over here and give it to the herbalist. You never know. You never know. But you never know what happens, you know. Because look. If a guy can just walk through a group of deer and the deer don't care at all, like they just kind of sit there and eat their grass as like little children come and like pull on their fur and stuff, you know. They're just like, yeah, we're here. And little kids just walking by. Deer don't care. They don't care. Until we start hunting them, and then they care, I guess. And I think we're out of logs. We've actually run out of logs. God, I forgot to assign woodcutters. Or foresters, anyway. I have to assign some foresters. Oh, right. Right. Now I remember what I was doing. Right. Now I remember. We're waiting for these saplings to grow. Now I remember. We're waiting for those saplings to grow, so what we can do is we can just chop down all this down there. Chop all this down here. Hopefully people will come down here and they'll just chop all this down here. Just chop it down and get some... Ooh, did that just fall down? I guess it just fell down on its own. But look at all the deer we have just waltzing through. Like, we have a giant group here, and then we have a giant group down here. So it probably wouldn't hurt. And then look, here comes the professional cutters. They're professionals, of course. Only the best. Only the best for Whiterun. Only the best. So hopefully we can get those chopped down and start getting some more firewood. I really hope that these trees grow. I really hope that they grow. Because we might have problems with that if they don't. So I really hope that they do. Otherwise there will be problems. Because we'll run out of firewood for the next winter. I really hope that doesn't happen either. And would you look at that? The trading post is actually being built, so we can finally probably send in some iron with all the iron we have and get some trading credit. Maybe get some, get a delivery shipment of cows. And what we can do is we can have them kill a certain amount. And, well, we can keep a certain number and then slaughter all the other animals. I know that sounds like really messed up and all, but it's how it works. It really does. It's really how it works. Only throwing 7 right now. Keep 3 there and just get 8. Two fishermen for now and a herbalist. 1 herbalist. So we'll just switch that out. So, you know, we got our nice little town square here. Like, tiny little, really tiny town square here, and, hopefully, I was hoping we could build, like, maybe a town hall, but I don't know if that's too big. It seems too big, like, you know, maybe we should get a chapel first, and then worry about that later, I guess. Have the chapel out here. By the lake, or out here somewhere, or over here on the other side of the lake, you know, like over here on the other side. I think that would be cool, like have it over here, like overlooking the town. So I think that would be cool. So maybe we'll chop down the trees over here and do that. That'll be cool. And we could probably tear this down at some point and make some kind of and move the Forester's Lodge out here so it has all the free room to plant all these trees and stuff. So we can probably do that or throw it over here, out here. It's really We don't want it anywhere near this. Just want it to be out that way or somewhere away from the orchard. That's what I'm trying to say. We want it away from the orchard so that we can not have our orchard trees cut down for firewood. So we have our trading post being built. I have to say, that looks amazing. Look at that. Look at how amazing that looks. Oh my god. I'm just gonna put the village into a time lapse and see what happens. And I'll be back in a second.
One hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later.
Alright, and I'm back. And, oh, our trading post is done. So that is very nice. So the trading post is done. Sweet. So I'm just gonna pop that in the corner over there and maybe we can get a merchant in. So we can try and get a merchant. Or assign someone as the merchant. Or trader. I have 2 of them. So I have 2 traders. And everything else should be fine. And what we want is we want livestock. They don't. We can't order livestock. I'm gonna go with we can't order livestock. Is this how this is gonna work? We just can't order it. We just like can't order it. Is this how this is gonna work? I really hope that's not how this is gonna work. If it's gonna work like that. Okay. I feel bad for you guys. You have to watch me read through the help, whatever this is called. Like, what? Like, I feel like such a noob. But what I mean? Or am I just, like, missing something, like, that's so obvious? Am I missing something that's, like, really obvious? Okay, yeah, I want him to bring a civet. Yeah, I want him to bring something specific. Can I do that? No, of course I can't. So we have to wait for a merchant. And things will pop up. Okay, so basically this is going to take its course. And people are starving to death again. Well, that's lovely. That's really great. People are starving to death. Again, these people, they are going to starve to death at some point. Because everyone else likes to have tons of food. Here's the only problem. in this game. They should really fix that. People don't need hundreds. I can see how that works, but really, these people can't walk over here and get food. They take enough food, take it home. And then, not only that, they take all the food in stock. So, that's what I don't understand, is that they take everything in stock. They don't just take one thing, they take everything. So, I don't know about that. So what we can do is we can probably take 80 iron and just plop that in the trading post to trade some cows or something for the pasture, because, to be honest with you, I don't know about this so much as I do know about everything else. And why are they harvesting? These aren't even at full yield. I feel like these are producing less and less every year. I really do. And that's what it feels like. It feels like they're just producing less and less, these farms, every year. And it's not a good thing either. Can't do is we'll probably set up a gatherer's hut, like, out here. Out there. Middle of nowhere. And, people get working on that. Hopefully people will start working on this. And we can get some extra food for during winter and stuff like that, because the farms aren't cutting it. They really aren't. Even though they bring in a lot, they just don't cut it now. As our population gets bigger. Because, look, the current season is not even producing as much as it did last year. Or the previous farming season. It's like 100 less. And this one, same thing. A little to 100 less. And this one, I mean, this one doesn't even produce as much as the tiny one. This one produces like even less than the tiny one. Does it need like more workers? Is that it? Just assign 3 workers? Because I mean, we have 9 farmers. So we can assign extra one to the farm. That one. And that should work, right? I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. That should work. Hopefully this starts getting built. Hopefully that starts getting built and we can start expanding on how much food we're producing, because we're not producing much. Not at all. And we don't even have wood stored. We're in disarray. We really are. I have to cut down more of these trees here and... Maybe I should have done a time lapse. I really feel like that time lapse was a bad idea. I really feel like it was a bad idea doing that time lapse. I don't even know what happened in the time lapse. I wasn't paying attention, like an idiot. Like an idiot does. Don't pay attention, so everyone's gonna die at my hand. Hopefully nobody dies. I hope nobody does. I really do. Because that is not gonna end well for us. That's not gonna end well for us anyway, because if all these people start dying on us, we're in for some trouble. Because then we won't have any workers, and everything will be really bad. We could probably do with building another house, too. Okay. Probably do with building some more housing, because we don't have enough homes. Doesn't seem like we have enough homes right now. We can place that there. And they'll build this after they finish cutting down all these trees, hopefully. And I'm hoping we will have just enough firewood to get through the winter. And maybe next episode we can probably get some, I'm hoping next episode we can maybe get, a tailor. And have the tailor make clothes and stuff, for the winter months and things like that. As stored clothing, hopefully, because clothes will obviously deteriorate and tear and stuff like that. And they teared. So, that's all for this episode. I'm surprised at how boring it is. And I'll be the first to tell you that. Very boring episode, even to me. That says a lot. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next episode, and thanks for watching. And make sure you click like and subscribe.